This is called angle C. This angle BCA is called angle C. These are the three elements and sides, lengths of sides. This BC is one side. This length is called A. This is the side opposite to one angle, opposite to angle A. This side length is denoted by small a. Whenever in the problem in triangle ABC, small a given means this is big letter A, that is angle A. Opposite to angle A, there will be one side. That BC is denoted by that length. It is denoted by small a. This is one side. This is notation. This BC, this is small a. This CA length is called small b. Opposite to angle B, there is one side, that is CA. This length is denoted by B. This length is denoted by B. Opposite to angle C, there will be one side. That length is denoted by C. These are notations, some symbols. Right? Suppose this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 given. That means this BC is 2 length. That means A equal to 2. This is length 3 given. That means B equal to 3. This is 4 given. That means C equal to 4. Like that. The BC length is small a. CA length is small b. AB length is small c. BC is opposite to angle A. Small a will be there. Opposite to angle B. Small b will be there. Opposite to angle C. Small c will be there. These are called 6 elements of the triangle. These are the 6 elements that will determine a triangle. 3 angles and 3 sides. Always sum of the angles is 180 in a triangle. Always sum of all the angles is 180 degree or pi radian. 180 degree or pi radian. Always sum of the angles is what? 180 degree. In the triangle, some notations will be there. Some notations will be there. Look at perimeter. Perimeter of triangle. Perimeter of triangle means it is denoted by 2 capital S. 2 capital S. That is sum of all the lengths. Sum of all the lengths means BC length plus CA length plus AP length. This is called perimeter of triangle. It is denoted by 2 capital S. Wherever A plus B plus C is there, A plus B plus C is same equal to 2S. This 2S is called perimeter of the triangle. This is notation. So next, semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter of triangle is denoted by S equals to A plus B plus B C by 2. Semi-perimeter means half the perimeter of triangle. Whenever S you got, that means that A plus B plus C by 2. This is called semi-perimeter of the triangle. So 2S is called perimeter of the triangle. This is the notation. Next. Circumcenter. CUM ಕೊಟ್ರ CNTER. Look at them. So semi-perimeter of the triangle. Look at next is, look at this triangle ABC is there. This triangle ABC, look at a circle passing through, look at a circle passing through the vertices is called circumcircle. Circumcircle of triangle. A circle passing through the vertices is called circumcircle of triangle. Its center is called circumcenter of triangle. Circumcenter is denoted by O of triangle. The center of the circle is called circumcenter of triangle. The radius of circumcircle is called circumradiusum. Circumradius is denoted by capital. Look at what is it. Look at. Look at. There is a triangle ABC. There is a triangle ABC. Look at, this is the triangle ABC. Look at, this circle is there. It is passing through three vertices. This circle is passing through three vertices. That means on the circle three vertices is lying. So this circle is called circumcircle. In a circle passing through three vertices is called circumcircle of triangle ABC. Circumcircle of triangle ABC. Look at. Center of this circle is there. Center of the circle will be there. So let us say it is O. This is called circumcenter. So this O is called circumcenter of triangle. Circumcenter of triangle. Right? So look at this. This circumcenter, what is it is actually, look at, I am drawing perpendicular bisector of BC. I am drawing perpendicular bisector of BC. Look at, perpendicular bisector of BC I am drawing like this. Look at. This is midpoint. This is midpoint of BC. Let us take midpoint as D. Let us take midpoint as E. Let us take midpoint of AB is FM. This is midpoint of BD. This is midpoint of CA. This is midpoint of this. Perpendicular bisector of BC. Perpendicular bisector of BC means what? Perpendicular to BC and passing through D, I am drawing one line. Look at, I am drawing one line like this. So this is whatever I am drawing the line. This is called perpendicular bisector of BC. For this line BC, I have drawn a line, dotted line is there. That is nothing but perpendicular to BC and passing through midpoint D. Similarly, for AB, I am drawing like this. Okay. So this is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Similarly, I am drawing perpendicular bisector like this. So these three perpendicular bisectors, they will intersect at a point. These three perpendicular bisector lines, they will intersect at a point. That point is called circumcenter. That is nothing but center of this circle. Look at O is point of concurrency. Point of concurrency means intersection point of all the three perpendicular bisectors of perpendicular bisectors of sides BC, CA, AB. Right? O is nothing but these three perpendicular bisectors are there. They will intersect at O. The intersection point of all the three perpendicular bisectors is nothing but center of this circle. Now radius of the circle means what happens is this circumcenter is there. It will be equidistant. Look at join O to A. Join O to B, join O to C, join O to C. This is nothing but radius of circle. This is nothing but radius of circle. That is called circumradius. That means the circumcenter is there. O circumcenter. Circumcenter O is equidistant. Equidistant from vertices A, B, C. That is OA equal to OB equal to OC. This is nothing but R. That means the center of circle is there. The center of circle will be equidistant from all the vertices of triangle. OA equal to OB equal to OC equal to R. R is called circumradius. R is called circumradius of triangle ABC. Right? A circle passing through all the vertices is called circumcircle. Its center is what? O. What is that center O? Point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides. All the three will meet at a point O. That is called circumcenter. That will be equidistant from all the vertices. That means if O is the circumcenter, the point is OA equal to OB equal to OC. That is nothing but circumradius. Look at like this. I am drawing again. This is the circle. This is the triangle. This is circumcircle. The point is, this is the center of the circle. This is radius. OA equal to OB equal to OC. This is nothing but capital R, right? From center to any point on circle, it is nothing but radius. Suppose here if you take any point P, suppose any other point is there P, what is that? This is also radius. This is also radius only. From center to any point, it is what radius, right? So suppose this R is radius of the circle, circumdiameter. Circumdiameter equal to 2 into radius. What is diameter? 2 into radius. 2 into radius. Take any diameter. I am drawing one diameter. Look at any line passing through center. This is one circumdiameter. Let us say this is L. This is M. Right? If any line passing through center intersects at L and M, this length LM is called circumdiameter. Circumdiameter. Diameter is nothing but this OM is what? Radius. This OL is what? Radius. Twice the radius is called circumdiameter. Whenever you need circumdiameter, twice circumradius is called circumdiameter. So that is about circumcircle. That is about circumcircle. Next. Next, look at orthocenter. Next, we have to discuss about orthocenter. The point of concurrency. The point of concurrency of altitudes of a triangle. The point of concurrency means point of intersection. Altitudes of a triangle is called orthocenter of triangle. Is called orthocenter of triangle. Right? Look at what is meant by altitude. Look at, I am drawing a triangle here. I am drawing a triangle here. Look at, I am drawing a triangle. So this is triangle ABC. This is triangle ABCM. Altitudes means, look at, altitude passing through A is nothing but a line passing through A and perpendicular to BC. This is one altitude. This is AD. From vertex A, drop a perpendicular upon BC. This AD is called altitude passing through A, just perpendicular. In the previous case, that is perpendicular bisector. Altitude passing through A is nothing but from A, drop a perpendicular upon BC. This is called altitude passing through A. Next is altitude passing through B. From B, drop a perpendicular upon CA. Drop a perpendicular upon CA. This is called altitude passing through B. Altitude passing through B means from B, drop a perpendicular upon CA. Let us say this is point E. This B is called altitude passing through B. Next, altitude passing through C means from C, drop a perpendicular upon AB. These two lines, they will meet at a point geometrically. Right? This is altitude passing through A. This is altitude passing through B. This is altitude passing through C. They will meet at a point. This is called point of intersection or point of concurrency of altitudes of triangle. That is denoted by H. Orthocenter generally is denoted by HM. Is denoted by H. Like that. Altitudes means this one. Right? Altitudes means passing through vertex A one altitude, drop a perpendicular from A upon BC. AD is called altitude passing through A. Drop a perpendicular from B upon CA. Then BA is called altitude passing through B. Drop a perpendicular from C upon AB. This F. So this CF is called altitudes passing through. Their point of intersection will be H. That is called orthocenter. Here the point to remember is in an acute angle triangle. In an acute angle triangle. Triangle I will always write like this. In an acute angle triangle I will always like this. In an acute angle triangle H, orthocenter lies inside the triangle. Inside the triangle. Inside the triangle. Look at this is acute angle triangle, whatever I have drawn. Acute angle means what? All the angles are acute angles. All the angles lie between 0 and 90. That is called, if all the angles are between 0 and 90, then it is called acute angle triangle. So here look at, this is acute angle triangle. This point of intersection is there where it lies inside the triangle. Next point is in an obtuse angle triangle. In an obtuse angle triangle H, that means orthocenter, H means orthocenter, lies outside the triangle. Outside the triangle. Look at, take an obtuse angle triangle. Take an obtuse angle triangle. Look at, take an obtuse angle triangle like this. Like this, I am taking an obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle means what? One angle will be more than 90. In any triangle, maximum one angle will be obtuse. Greater than 90. Obtuse means 90 to 180. Look at this angle is obtuse, 90 more than 90. Right? This is obtuse angle triangle. Now for this obtuse angle triangle, what I am doing is I am finding the altitudes. I am finding the altitudes. Look at altitude passing through A. I am drawing altitude passing through A. Altitude passing through A. Now from A to BC I have to draw. From A to BC I have to draw a perpendicular. Look at, I am drawing like this. This is the altitude. So this is one altitude. This is AD. From A, I have drawn a perpendicular. It will intersect BC at D. It is called one altitude, right? So look at here. From B, I have to drop a perpendicular upon CA. Inside the triangle, dropping is not possible because this angle is what? Obtuse angle. Like this, you cannot draw because it is already obtuse angle. So what we will do is we will extend CA like this. Look at. I am extending this CA. I have extended this CA. Look at, this is one altitude line. This is altitude line. I am extending this one. Look at this altitude line. I have extended. This altitude line I am extending like this. This is A1 means altitude 1. This is the line which is altitude. A1 means altitude 1. Right? Now from B I have to drop a perpendicular. That's why what I have done is I have extended CA side. You have to drop a perpendicular from B upon CA. Upon CA extended. Look at like this. This is the altitude. Let us say this is E. So now I am extending this one. I am extending this one. Right? I am extending this one. This line and this altitude. This line and this line. They will meet at a point that is called H. That is called H. This is now this one is altitude 1. This one is altitude 1. This line is another altitude. This line is another altitude. Both are altitudes only. Their intersection point is nothing but orthocenter. Now look at here. So I want to drop a perpendicular from C upon AB. From C upon AB. Look at here. Look at here. I am dropping a perpendicular. I am dropping a perpendicular like this. Like this. This is one altitude. This is CF. Right? This is CF, another altitude. Extend this, extend this. If you extend this one, this line will pass through H. Look at this is altitude 3. This is altitude 3. Look at so altitude 1 is this one, altitude 2 is this one, altitude 3 is this one. Where they are meeting? They are meeting outside the triangle. They are meeting outside the triangle. This is called orthocenter. So when the triangle is obtuse angle triangle, orthocenter will always lie outside the triangle. If the triangle is acute angle triangle, orthocenter will lie inside the triangle. Just remember that point. Just definition is same. Point of concurrency of all the altitudes is called orthocenter. So here it lies outside the triangle because altitudes are meeting outside. That's why it lies outside. This is obtuse angle triangle. This is obtuse angle triangle. Suppose in a right angle triangle, very important point this one. In a right angle triangle, look at, take a right angle triangle. Take a right angle triangle. Let us say angle A is 90 degree. Angle A is 90 degree. Look at here, altitude upon CA. This is 90 degree. This BA itself is altitude upon CA. Altitude from B to CA is nothing but this BA only. This is one altitude. So next altitude from C upon AB. This is nothing but another altitude. This is nothing but another altitude where they are meeting at this point. So this is called orthocenter. Now altitude from A upon BC is nothing but this one. Right? So that means these three altitudes where they are meeting at A. That means orthocenter is nothing but A. The vertex at which it is right angle triangle is the orthocenter. In a right angle triangle, the vertex at which it is right angle, the vertex at which it is right angle is called orthocenter. So that means here orthocenter is Here orthocenter is nothing but vertex A. If you know that it is right angle triangle, where the angle is 90 degree, you take that point. That point is nothing but orthocenter in right angle triangle. That is the main point. Next, in a right angle triangle, circumcentrum. In a right angle triangle, number 2. In a right angle triangle, circumcenter. Circumcenter of a right angle triangle equal to midpoint of hypotenuse. Midpoint of hypotenuse. Look at how. So there is a right angle triangle. Look at carefully. There is a right angle triangle like this. There is a right angle triangle like this. Right? So let us say right angle at A. This. Now what is meant by circumcenter? I am drawing a circle. I am drawing a circle passing through these 3 points. If you draw a circle passing through these 3 vertices, for this circle BC will be diameter. Is it correct or not? Look at this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree right angle triangle. Look at when this is right angle, then BC will be what? Diameter of the circle only. Because angle in the semicircle is right angle. Angle in the semicircle is right angle. So this circle will have CB is diameter. So for the diameter, what is the midpoint? That is nothing but center of the circle. So midpoint is nothing but O. Midpoint is nothing but O. That means look at circumcenter of a right angle triangle is nothing but midpoint of hypotenuse. That means midpoint of this and this, these lengths will be equal. Midpoint of hypotenuse is nothing but circumcenter. Vertex at which it is right angle triangle is orthocenter. So this is orthocenter H. This is orthocenter H. This is circumcenter O. Now in this case, circumradius. For a right angle triangle, circumradius equals to hypotenuse divided by 2. Now look at this is nothing but R, circumradius. This is nothing, this is center OC OB. This is nothing but what? From center to this point on circle is nothing but radius of the circle. That means, so this length BC is there, circumradius capital R is nothing but hypotenuse length. Here BC divided by 2. Here BC divided by 2. If a right angle triangle is given and you are asked to calculate circumradius, what you do is you take the hypotenuse length, that divided by 2 will be the circumradius. Look at one example. Find circumradius. Find circumradius of a triangle whose sides are 12 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 13 centimeter is given. Side lengths given. Side lengths given. Therefore, it is a right angle triangle clearly. Take one triangle. Take one triangle. Take one triangle. So, therefore, this is 12. This is 5. This is 13. Because 12 square plus 5 square is what? 13. So this is a right angle triangle. Therefore, circumradius CR. CR means circumradius is nothing but hypotenuse. That means 13 divided by 2. 13 divided by 2. That means 6.5 centimeter. Like that, if a right angle triangle is given, circumradius is nothing but hypotenuse divided by 2 in right angle triangle. Next look at. Now we will design rules for finding relation between. Relation between sides and angles. Relation between sides and angles in triangle ABC. Relation between sides. Sides means ABC. Angles means angle A, angle B, angle C. So for finding the relation between sides and angles, there are some rules. First one is sine rule. Sine rule says that in triangle ABC, let us take a triangle A, B, C. This is angle AM. This is angle B. This is angle C. Opposite to angle A, side A. Opposite to angle B, side B. Opposite to angle C, side C. If these are angle A, angle B, angle C, and ABC, sine rule states that in triangle ABC, look at this side length divided by sine of opposite angle equal to one side length divided by sine of opposite angle, that means sine A, another side length B divided by sine of opposite angle, another length C divided by sine of opposite angle. These three ratios equal to 2R. 2R. R is circumradius of triangle ABC. This rule states that side length divided by sine of opposite angle, this ratio, this side length divided by sine of opposite angle, this ratio, this side length divided by sine of opposite angle, these three will be equal, and these three are equal to 2 into circumradius of triangle ABC. This is nothing but circumdiameter. 2R is called circumdiameter. Look at the theorem. This theorem I will tell. Next theorem will be left to you. Look at. Consider triangle ABC. Consider triangle ABC. Consider triangle ABC. Right? Draw circumcircle. Draw circumcircle. I am drawing circumcircle. Just a circle passing through. Just a circle passing through all the three vertices. Circumcircle means I have drawn circumcircle. I have drawn circumcircle. So this is the circumcircle, right? So let us say center of the circle is O. This is circumcenter. This is circumcenter. Center of the circle is O. That is circumcenter. Now you know that join O to C. Join O to B. Join O to A. Join O to A. Right? So these are all radius. This is nothing but circumradius. This is nothing but circumradius. This is nothing but circumradius. OA equal to OB equal to OC equal to circumradius. Now by geometric property, listen all of you, by geometric property, look at this angle, this is angle AM, this is angle A, right? So angle in the major arc, right? If this is angle A, then this angle will be double the angle, double 2A. This is angle on the major arc. If angle on the major arc is A, then angle at the center is 2A. Look at it. If you don't know, also remember this point, right? This is chord, this is chord. If this is angle A, then angle at the center will be double this angle, 2A. That is theorem in geometry. Remember this one. If you don't know also, remember this one. You came across in 10th plane geometry, right? Remember this one. If this angle is A, this angle will be 2M. Similarly, this is also chord. This is angle B. Angle at the center. This is also 2B. This is chord, right? This is subtending an angle B here at this point on the major arc. Then this angle is B, then this angle will be 2B. Like that, similarly, if this angle is C, then this angle will be 2C. Look at, I am drawing 2C. Remember this point, you will come across in the problems more quite often, right? If there is a chord BC, if it subtends an angle A here, it subtends an angle 2A at the center of the circle. That is the theorem, right? So therefore this is 2A. Therefore this is 2A. Now what here I am drawing the triangle. Look at. This is O, center of circle. This triangle I am drawing here. This is B. This is C. Now this is 2A. This is 2A. Now if you observe here, this is R, this is R. Right? So this is isosceles triangle. OB equal to OC equal to R. Therefore, triangle OBC is what? Two sides are equal. Triangle OBC is isosceles. Isosceles. So this is isosceles means this is vertical angle. This is what? Equal sides are there. Between equal sides, whatever the angle is called, that is vertical angle in isosceles triangle. Now look at, if I am dropping a perpendicular from this vertex upon base BC. This line will bisect BC as well as this angle. In an isosceles triangle, if we drop a perpendicular from this vertex upon base BC, this line will bisect BC. That means, let us say this is D. So D will be the midpoint of BC, as well as for this angle also it will bisect. In an isosceles triangle, this OD, if we drop a perpendicular from the center, then it will bisect the chord. This is nothing but chord, right? This BC is what? Chord. If you are dropping a perpendicular from the center of the circle upon any chord, that line will bisect BC as well as this angle. So this angle is what, A? This angle is what? A. Now BC length is what? This is A, This is A. This is A. This is B length. This is C. Now look at D is the midpoint. If this complete length is A, then this will be A by 2. Half A by 2. Now look at triangle. Look at triangle OBD. Take triangle OBD. This is right angle triangle. This is right angle triangle. Look at angle D. It is right angle triangle. Now this is angle A. This is what? Angle A. I am writing sine A. I am writing in this triangle OBD sine A is nothing but opposite side. Opposite side is what? BD divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is nothing but OB. That means BD is nothing but A by 2 divided by R. OB is nothing but radius sum. That means this is nothing but A divided by 2R. Therefore, if you look at sin A is A by 2R, that means A by sin A is nothing but 2R. A by sin A is nothing but 2R. Now, which triangle I have taken? Triangle OBC taken. I got A by sin A equal to 2R because this angle is 2A. Now, similarly, if you take this triangle, look at 2B is there here. Similarly, if you take this triangle and do like this, you will get similarly, you try it. Similarly, B divided. Similarly, you will get here B will be there. Here B by 2 will be there. Similarly, you will get B by sin B equal to 2R. From this segment, this next similarly this is 2C. So therefore you will get C by sin C equal to 2R. Therefore this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Therefore from 1, 2, 3. From 1, comma 2, comma 3. A by sin A, this ratio, B by sin B, this ratio, C by sin C, this ratio, these three ratios will be same and that is equal to 2R. This is the theorem, right? So what you have to remember is finally this point, how to apply sine rule, right? How to apply sine rule is take any length, this length divided by sine of opposite angle ratio, this length divided by sine of opposite angle ratio, this length divided by sine of opposite angle ratio. These three ratios equal to 2 into circumradius. This is the one point you have to remember. Right? So if this relation is written, any unknown is there. Suppose if you want to find B length, others are known, then you can find what is small b. Suppose if you want angle C, remaining are known, then you can calculate angle C. That means in these elements, if some elements are given, you can calculate the remaining elements by using this sine rule. Look at the application. Look at how to apply the rule. Look at problem is given like this. In triangle ABC, follow carefully. In triangle ABC, angle A equal to 60 degree. Angle A equal to 60 degree. So angle A equal to 45 degree. Angle B equal to 60 degree. Angle B equal to 60 degree, comma B equal to 2. Find A comma C comma capital R. Find A comma C comma capital R. Look at the problem. Whenever the problem is given in this chapter, draw a triangle. Whenever you are drawing a triangle, no, don't write equilateral. Right? Draw the triangle like this. Whatever I am drawing, write an inclined line. Write an inclined line like this. Always don't draw like this. Look at. Don't draw like this. Because if you want to draw the altitude like that, you cannot. You draw like this. Look at, draw a line and then inclined line like this. If equilateral triangle is given, you try to draw equilateral triangle. Right? Look at here. Angle A is 45 degree. Take the angle here. Whatever it is given, you mark that. Angle B is given 60 degree. Right? So what is given then? B means CA number with usual notation only. Notation is B means that one. What you have to calculate? This is A, this is C. Now look at, if you apply the sine rule, I am applying sine rule. Look at A, this length divided by opposite angle is known. 45 degree. So this B length you know, B length you know, B divided by, that means 2 divided by sine 60 degree. Sine 60 degree, this C divided by this angle you can find out. C is nothing but, complete sum is 180. 180 minus of 60 degree plus 45 degree. Angle C is what? Sum of all these three will be 180. 180 minus of this plus this. That means 180 minus 105 degree. That you can easily calculate. 75 degree. 75 degree. So C divided by sine 75 degree. Sine 75 degree equal to, what is that? They are all equal to 2r. They are all equal to 2r. Now equate first to, if you want to get this, you know. So if you equate A by first 2 you equate, then you will get A. A equal to 2 into sine 45. 1 by root 2, bring this side, divided by root 3 by 2. So you will get this, cancel root 2. This root 2 will come up. So 2 root 2 divided by root 3. 2 root 2 divided by root 3. So side A is nothing but 2 root 2 divided by root 3. Next, for calculating C, I am equating this and this. Second and third for calculating. This value completely you know, sine 60 you know, that is known. That means second and third you equate. 2 divided by sine 60 degree equal to C divided by. So therefore C equals to 2 sine 75 degree divided by. So 2 into sine 75. This 75 write it as 90 degree minus 15 degree, because 15 degree angle you know, sine 75 is nothing but sine of 90 minus 15 cos 15 degree divided by sine 60 degree. That means 2 into cos 15 degree is nothing but root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2 divided by root 3 divided by 2. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, and this root 2 and this root 2. That means C will be root 2 into root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3. That is side C. So you got side C. And then first one and last one I am equating. A by sine 45. A by sine 45 equals to 2r. No, this one. This 2 by sine 60. The second one and fourth one equal to 2r. This 2 will get cancelled. Therefore, 1 divided by root 3 by 2. Therefore, circumradius is nothing but capital R equal to 2 divided by root 3. Capital R equal to 2 divided by root 3. Like that, if some elements are known, other elements if you have to calculate means you equate these ratios. Then you will get the other elements. Like that, how to apply simple application of sine rule. like that. Look at next application. Look at, we will see this is direct application, right? We will see an indirect application. Okay, we will see an indirect application of the problem. Look at, in a triangle ABC, look at the problem. In a triangle ABC, given angle B equal to pi by 6, angle B equal to pi by 6, angle C equal to pi by 4. Let D be a point, given that, let D be a point on BC such that it divides such that it divides BC in the ratio, it divides BC in the ratio 1:3, 1:3. Then what he is asking is sine of angle BAD divided by sine of angle CAD equal to dash. Look at the problem. So draw the diagram first. Diagram is very important for every problem in properties of triangle. Diagram is very important. Look at here, angle ABC, angle ABC. Whatever given you mark. This is what 30 degree. This angle is what 30 degree. This is given. This angle is 45 degree given. So this angle is 45 degree given. Now what he is told is D is a point on BC. A point on BC is given such that it divides BC in the ratio. That means, look at, if you mark the point here, he has given BD divided by DC. BD divided by DC is nothing but this ratio is given 1:3, right? So BD, I am taking it as extra. Whenever the ratio is given, you take like this. Whenever the ratio is given, let BD take it as x, DC take it as 3x. Such that BD by DC will be what? 1/3. So BD length is what? X. And then DC length is what? 3x. Always when the ratio is there, take like this. Take like this. Now look at what he is asking, angle BAD. He is asking angle BAD where it is join this. Angle BAD is this one. Angle CAD is this one. So regarding those angles, I am taking, let us take this angle as alpha. Let us take this angle as beta. Let angle BAD equal to alpha, comma, angle CAD equal to beta. Let us suppose, then what you have to find out, you have a clear idea. Sine alpha divided by sine beta equal to how much? That you have to calculate. Now if you look at here there are two triangles. Look at, whenever two triangles are like this, if you see triangle ABD, see the triangle ABD. See the triangle, two triangles are there. Two triangles are there. For triangle ADB, for triangle ADB, comma, triangle ADC, what is the common side? AD is common side. AD is common side. For these type of problems, what we will do is, we will take one triangle. From triangle ABD, I will calculate what is AD. And from triangle ADC, I will calculate what is AD. Look at, from triangle ADB, I am taking triangle ADB. Triangle ADB. In triangle ADB, I want to calculate AB. Look at, opposite to that angle, you know, this one you know. So this side x, you know, this side alpha, you know. Now by sine rule, I am applying sine rule. What sine rule says? AD. The side length means here AD. Look at, AD in any triangle, side length divided by sine of opposite angle. This equal to this, I know. This side length divided by sine of opposite angle. Third I will not write. These two are also equal. Third I will not write. I am not necessary no for this in the problem. If AB divided by this angle, that angle you don't know. So these both are also equal from sine rule. This side length divided by sine opposite angle equal to this side length I want to calculate divided by sine opposite angle. These two are also equal. Right? So from this calculate AD. Calculate AD equal to x into sine 30. 1 by 2 divided by sine alpha. So therefore sine 30 is 1 by 2. Sine alpha. Let us say first equation. Let us say first equation. Now take the other triangle. Triangle ADC. Triangle ADC. Now I am writing sine rule. I want to calculate what is AD. From by sine rule, look at here. This is 45 degree. AD divided by sine of opposite angle. Sine of opposite angle equal to this, I know, 3x. This side length divided by sine of opposite angle. That means sine beta. What is AD from here? This, bring this side. 3x into sine 45. 1 by root 2 divided by sine beta. That means this is nothing but 3x divided by root 2 sine beta. Root 2 sine beta. From 1 and 2, AD is same. From 1 and 2, AD both in cases same. Therefore, from 1 comma 2, x divided by 2 sine alpha equal 3x divided by root 2 sine beta. These both, this is also AD, this is also AD. That means this I am cancelling out. X cancel, root 2 times here. Right? So this 3 I am bringing this side and sine alpha that side. That implies 1 by 3 root 2. 1 by 3 root 2 equals to sine alpha divided by sine beta. This is your required answer. What he is asking to calculate, sine alpha divided by sine beta, is nothing but this one. Like these type of problems where two triangles will be there, take the common side AD. From one triangle find common side by using sine rule, and from the second triangle find AD and then equate those. That is the approach. One of the approaches is, right? That is the application of sine rule. Just nothing is there. Side divided by sine of opposite angle equal to length divided by sine of opposite angle. Here two terms I have equated. For the previous problem, 3 I have equated because I want all the quantities. Now here 2 are necessary. This is equal to this. If necessary, we will use the third, equal to. Right? Whatever you want, depending upon the requirements, you use 2 or 3. That is about sine rule application. Look at next rule. Look at cosine rule or cos rule. Cosine rule. Cosine rule. Look at this rule will be used if two side lengths, two sides and their included angle is known. For calculating third side, use cosine rule. Use cosine rule. Look at. So what the theorem states is, proof is not important. Remember, you look at any book, you will find out. You will get easily. Look at A, B, C. Remember the theorem for this one. You try to find from any book. You are in the WhatsApp only. Just type in the Google. You will easily understand. Right? If you are not getting, post me. Okay. This BC is what length A. This is what B. This is what C. Right? So what cosine rule says is, if two sides and their included angle is known. Look at two sides, suppose B and C you know, and their included angle means angle between them. This is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C. If two sides, this you know, and angle A is known. Suppose if you want to calculate A, theorem states that, look at A square equals to this length you want to calculate. How to calculate is this length square equal to this length square plus this length square, B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. This is the theorem. This length square, this you have to calculate. These two sides you know and angle A you know. So A square is nothing but this side square plus this side square minus 2 into product of sides into cos of angle between them. This is how to calculate the unknown third side A. Now look at next one. Next. Suppose if you know side C and side A you know, in between them angle B you know. If you want to calculate B, then B square equals to this you know A square plus C square minus 2AC into cos of angle between them. B can be calculated if AC are known and angle B is known like this. So next look at. So this A you know, this B you know, and their included angle C is known. To calculate third side, this is nothing but C square equals to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. This is the cosine rule. That means if two sides are known and in between them angle is known, calculating third side like this, that is called cosine rule. Look at. Look at now. Suppose all the three sides are known. All the three sides are known. Suppose I want to calculate all the angles. Look at here. Cos A. How you will get? Cos A is nothing but formula is from here. B square plus C square minus A square divided by 2BC. Look at here. Cos A is nothing but this angle. Suppose you want to calculate, all the sides are known. That cos A is nothing but, look at, B square plus C square minus A square in the numerator divided by 2BC. This is cos A formula. Next, cos B. Cos B is nothing but, look at, included angles. C is included sides. C square plus A square minus B square divided by 2CA. This is cos BM. Next is cos C. Cos C, look at, B is A square plus B square minus C square divided by 2AB. These are the formulas to use for whenever cos A will come, substitute this formula. Cos B will come, substitute this formula. Cos C will come, substitute this formula. So this is cosine rule. Right? Take one example. Take one example. In a triangle ABC, in a triangle ABC, B is 20, comma, C is 21, sides given, sin A is given 4 by, sin A is given 3 by 5. Sin A is given as 3 by 5. Find A. This side length you have to calculate. Right? If you look at here, this problem is you mark in the triangle. You mark in the triangle A, B, C. So what is B? This is B. This is 20. This is 20. AB means what? C. This is 21. This A you need to calculate. This A you need to calculate. That means this side is known. This side is known. And the included angle about that he has given sin A. Right? So this third side can be calculated by using the formula cosine rule. A square equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC. 2BC cos A. 2BC cos A. So cos A you want to know. Sin A you know. By right angle triangle you can easily calculate. Sin A is 3 by 5. This is what? 4. Is nothing but 4 by 5. Cos A is nothing but 4 by 5. That means this is nothing but B square. That means 400 plus C square. 21 square means 441 minus 2 into 20 into 20 into 21 into cos A is nothing but 4 by 5. 5 ones, 5 fours. So this is nothing but you calculate this one. So if you calculate this one, calculate this. So 881 minus that one, you will get 169. 169. A square is what? 169. Therefore, A is nothing but 13. A is nothing but 13. Like that, in the triangle, it is clear. Two sides are given. About their included angle is given. You can calculate what is cos A. And he is asking to find third side. Apply cosine rule like this. Right? Next. Look at. In sine rule, look at. In sine rule, we have seen sine rule. Again, come back to sine rule. What is sine rule states? What sine rule states is 2r, right? 2r, right? What sine rule states? A equal to 2r sine A. Look at equate this and this sum. A is what? 2r sine A. That means if you want to convert side into angle, then write this formula. A is nothing but 2r sine A. Look at here. Angle is there. Angle you got. If you want to convert into side into angle, 2 into circumradius into sine of angle A. That is the formula. So B is nothing but 2r sine B. This is the formula. So C is nothing but 2r sine C. So this is the formula. A is 2r sine A, B is 2r sine B, C is 2r sine C. Like that, sides can be converted into angles. Similarly, suppose the angle is there. Sine A is nothing but A divided by 2r. Sine B is nothing but B divided by 2r. Sine C is nothing but C divided by 2r. Like suppose you want to convert angle into side. Sine A is there, right? A by 2r. Sine B is there, right? B by 2r. Sine C is there, right? C by 2r. Now look at A is to B is to C is nothing but sine A is to sine B is to sine C. Ratio of sides is nothing but ratio of sines of opposite angles. Look at here. 2r sine A is to 2r sine B is to 2r sine C. That means ratio of sides is same as ratio of sines of opposite angles to them. Sine A is to sine B is to sine C. Like that conversion. Whenever A is there, you write like this. Angle is there, sine A by 2r, sine B by 2r, sine C by 2r. Right? Conversion. Look at one more problem. In triangle ABC, if in triangle ABCM, okay, one relation will be given. 1 by A plus C plus 3 divided by A plus B plus C. This one relation is given. Then angle C equal to dash. Angle C equal to dash. Like that, one relation between the sides is given. Then you have to calculate what is angle C. Look at how to approach the problem. Look at this relation is given. This A plus B plus C bring to left hand side. A plus B plus C divided by A plus C. A plus B plus C divided by B plus C equal to 3. This I have multiplied A plus B plus C to left hand side. Now look at, I am splitting this one. A plus C divided by A plus C 1 plus B divided by A plus C. I am splitting A plus C divided by A plus C 1 plus B divided by A plus C 1. So B plus C divided by B plus C 1 plus A by B plus C equal to 3. Equal to 3. Now look at here, B by A plus C plus A by B plus C equal to 2. Bring that side 1. 3 minus 2, 1. Now take the LCM here and find the relation. A plus C into B plus C. Now B into B plus C. This plus A into A plus C equal to 1. Equal to 1. Now bring it to that side. That means multiply this. B square plus BC plus A square plus AC equals to, now multiply this one, AB plus AC plus BC plus C square, BC plus C square. Now if you look at here, AC and AC will get cancelled, and B and BC and BC will get cancelled. Now what I am doing is, this C square I am bringing it to left hand side. That means A square plus B square minus C square equal to AB. Equal to AB. Now look at here. Angle C is asking. You know cos C formula. Cos C formula is what? If cos C you know, then you can calculate what is C. So cos C formula is A square plus B square minus C square divided by AB. Now look at A square plus B square minus C square is there. I am dividing by 2AB on both sides, right? So this AB will get cancelled. Left hand side is nothing but our formula. This is nothing but 1 by 2. This is nothing but 1 by 2. This is nothing but cos 60 degree. Therefore angle C is nothing but 60 degree, like that. One relation will be given. Simplify that. If cos C you have to find out. Think about cos C. What is that? Cos C is nothing but A square plus C square minus B square divided by 2AB. This you got. That's why divided with 2AB on both sides. This is according to cosine rule cos C. That means angle C is nothing but 60 degree. Look at one more problem. Like that, the relation between the sides will be given. By using these rules, you have to find out whatever he is asking. Look at one more problem. Huh? Look at. In a triangle ABC, look at this model is very important. In a triangle ABC, if A power 4 plus B power 4 plus C power 4 equals to 2A square B square plus B square C square plus 2C square A square, 2C square A square, 2C square A square. No, like this it is given. Like this it is given. Find angle A. Find angle A. Look at here. Very good application. Look at how to solve this problem. Angle A means cos A, you know what is the formula? B square plus C square minus A square divided by 2BC. So look, if you look at here, for these type of problems, these two terms are there, two into terms are there, these to bring this side. Look at how to approach the problem is A power 4 plus B power 4 plus C power 4 minus 2A square B square minus 2C square A square equal to this term. Keep it like this. Keep it like this. Right? So here minus 2A square B square is there, minus 2B C square A square is there. There is no term b square c square. Add it. A power 4 plus b power 4 minus. You add plus some plus. Add plus some both sides. Now look at here. This is just like a plus b plus c whole square. You can write. Look at. So what is that? Two minuses are there, one plus is there. If two minuses are there, you cannot write. Just like a plus b plus c whole square applies a plus b minus c whole square. If only two minuses maximum is there, you can write. Look at this. I want to write it as a plus b plus c whole square. Look at here. For which term you have to take minus means. Look at here. Minus 2a square b square is there, minus 2c square a square is there. In these two, a square is the common term. A square is the common term. For that, write minus. Minus a square, remaining plus. Like this. Right? In these two minus terms, what is common? A square. For that, only write minus. For the remaining plus. Look at, if we expand this. If we expand this, this is x plus y plus z whole square. X is minus a square, y is b square, z is c square. What is x plus y plus z whole square? X square minus a square whole square, a power 4, y square, b power 4, z square, c power 4, plus 2 into x into y, plus 2 into minus a square into b square. This is the term. Plus 2yz, 2 into b square into c square, this is the term. Next 2zx, 2zx means 2 into c square into minus a square, this is the term. Like that. This is minus a square plus b square plus c square whole square equals to 3b square c square, 3b square c square. Therefore, this I am writing perfect square, root 3 BC whole square, right? Perfect square. Root 3 BC whole square. Therefore, eliminate square. Minus a square. Therefore, plus b square plus c square equals to plus or minus root 3 BC. Whenever you are eliminating square, plus or minus you write. Plus or minus root of this one is nothing but root 3 BC. Therefore, now look at angle A is nothing but b square plus c square divided by 2 BC. What I am doing is here, this left hand side is this one, divided by 2 BC is nothing but root 3 BC divided by 2 BC. 2 BC. Now look at BC got cancelled. This is nothing but cos A now. Cos A is nothing but plus or minus root 3 by 2. Now first case. Take cos A equal to root 3 by 2. Now what is cos of this? Cos 30 degree. That means angle A is nothing but 30 degree. First case. Second case. Cos A is nothing but minus root 3 by 2. Minus root 3 by 2 is nothing but second quadrant angle. Second quadrant angle you have to write. Cos of 180 minus 30 degree. That means cos 150 degree. Cos 150 degree. Therefore, angle A is also 150 degrees. Therefore, answer is, therefore, angle A can be 30 degree or 150 degree, like that. Cosine rule application, right? Whenever angle A is asking you, you try to calculate what is cos A. That means b square plus c square minus a square divided by 2bc, like that. Look at all of you, share your videos.